housing
costs. It reduces the cost of urban cities. It makes the environment safer.
I won't give it to you, lab librarian. So lab 3.1.
It improves sustainable efficiency and.
So the answer I'm expecting is this. Note, the question is, what's the role of what role does sustainability play in smart cities with Arduino applications? So we are specific to sustainability. So sustainability is enhanced by energy saving solutions. So that was your question. So now your question, lab 3.1. Please listen carefully. How do Arduino-based innovations benefit citizens in smart cities?
Arduino-based benefit citizens in their healthy condition, and also because it's sustainability, it protects the city from being polluted.
So lab 3.1, I'm not going to give it to you. I saw 2 first, right? 2.
Street lights.
I think your time is up. Any other school wants to press the buzzer to answer? Okay. So these innovations improve quality of life, making cities safer.
So you do
At the end of round 3, Chimota has 6 points. Lab Liberia has 18 points. Accra Academy has 0 points. And Lab 3.1 has 3 points. The schools or labs have the opportunity to swap at this time. I can see lab 3.1 has swapped. May we know your name?
I'm Martin Benjamin, a final year student.
Okay, Benjamin, you're welcome. Round 4. Okay, I can see Accra Academy also wants to do a substitution. Can you please tell us your name? Yes. It's not on.
Adam Mujahid. Yeah.
Okay, welcome, Adam. We begin round 4. In round 4, we have the problem of the day. We will read the problem of the day to all schools or labs. We will have 25 minutes to solve the problem, after which the jury will score their answers. If the team or the school or lab meets all the requirements for the problem of the day, you'll be awarded 70 marks. And here is the criteria. Appropriate components utilized for the design will earn you 10 marks. Teamwork will be 10 marks. Your programming code will be 30 marks. The demonstration of your project will be 10 marks. And then the fastest speed will also be 10 marks. The problem of the day. Designing of a smart bin with Arduino. You are designing a smart bin that can detect its fullness and it will indicate its status using color LEDs and a buzzer. The buzzer will turn red. The bin will turn red with a buzzer when it is full, and it will turn green when the bin is empty. I read again. You are designing its fullness and indicate its status using color LEDs and a buzzer. The bin will turn red with a buzzer when it is full, and it will turn green when it is empty. In other words, when the bin is empty, the LED will be green, or the light will be green. However, when it gets full, the LED will turn red, and there will also be a buzzer. That is the problem of the day. We have 25
And then come, they already know. I'll be right beside you, like the wall of Jericho. They don't know, they don't know, they don't know what's going on. Monagiso, Monagiso, my baby boy. I'll be a soldier boy. I'm getting better in kung fu. You should know I got it, and you don't need to guide me too. I'll be right beside you in anything that you do. If you ever need saving, I will be running to you, running to you, running. Anywhere that you go to, running, running to you, running, anywhere that you go.
Well, for trouble, cause I know that I got you. One more above everybody, oh oh. And it's because of your kung fu. And every time that I'm out of you never let go. I get so, oh, so my baby boo. You got a promise you'll be fine. And
We have 10 minutes more. 10 minutes more. We have 5 minutes more. 5 minutes more. the time is up. However, we've decided to give them 5 minutes more. 5 minutes more. all labs and schools please stop work. I will now invite my fellow colleagues, that's Michael and Kwesi, to help me with judging the projects. Thank you. So give us some time and then we will do that. Yes.
Good morning. Good morning. Okay. So for this project, we expect the team to design a smart bin. So what we're expecting the bin to do is not for the closing and then the opening of the bin, but just to detect when the bin is full or empty. So we expect them to use ultrasonic sensor, which should be placed on top of the bin. So we are giving them caps which are serving as a bin. So you place ultrasonic sensor on top of the bin facing downwards. So this is supposed to be able to send a signal, okay, an echo down, and then this will reverse. So what happens is when you send an echo down, if it detects that the bin is full, meaning that it's short, the echo is it will return faster. So when it returns faster, that should make the light turn red, and then the buzzer should sound. Okay. If it's longer, mean that it goes to the bottom, indicating that it's empty. And then we expect the green light to be on. So that one will be judging at the various table. Thank you.
Let me have a question. Okay, so yes. Our attention was drawn to may I have your attention? Our attention was drawn to one of the questions during the true or false session, which was answered. So I think the question was about the distance sensor uses light reflection instead of sound waves to measure distance. So we have different kinds of distance sensors. Because we're not specific here, an ultrasonic sensor will use sound waves, whilst other sensors will use light. So the answer to the question is actually false. So I read the question again. The distance sensor uses light reflection instead of sound waves to measure distance. Because we're not specific, the answer is false, which the school answered as false, and I said no, it's wrong, but it's rather true. So we have checked on that. We've also checked with the school. So the school which answered it right, but I said it was wrong, we have now given them the point for answering it right. Please, is that right? So that was Lab Liberia. So they answered it as false, and I said it was wrong, but actually it was right with what they said. So we are giving them the mark back. So I just wanted to clarify that before we do this, so it's fair to everybody. All right, thank you. So I think I'll quickly mention again that was in round 2. So I'll quickly come back and mention the scores for round 2 before we finish this one. I'm back now. So just like I mentioned, I wanted to let us know the scores at the end of round 2. So with the adjustment at the end of round 2, Achimota has 15 points. Liberia now has 11 points instead of 7. And then Accra Academy still has 7 points. And then Lab 3.1, 15 points. Thank you.
of Lagos. Holy Father,
Airtad 2025. Airtad 2025. Airtad 2025. Good. So we are done with the scoring for this round. So we started with Accra Academy. So we look at their prototype, we look at the design. So we're scoring for the design. So as I said earlier, we're expecting that they should put their sensor on top of the container that they are using as the bin. So we didn't see that. So we deducted point for not placing it on top of the container. And also their system is not protected. We expect them they should use some resistors to protect their devices. So if you connect directly, obviously you are going to cause some damage. We look at your code, we look at the teamwork. They were all sitting there. We expect one person to be maybe to stand up so that they can optimize. Yes, so teamwork. So for the first point, which is the design and components, we gave it 7 out of 15. For the teamwork, we score you 7 out of 10 because we expect that maybe you could stand up and then optimize your design process. Your code was incomplete, so you got half the mark. So you got 15 out of 30. And because your code wasn't correct, your demonstration was incomplete. So you got 5 out of 15. Yawaransa Lab 3.1. Your major problem was the design of your system. So where you place your ultrasonic sensor was wrong. It was too close to the edge. So that's why you were getting error when you're trying to demonstrate. If you were at the top, you could have enough distance to do your measurements. So you got 10 out of, you had your resistors and your circuit was complete. So you had 10 out of 15. Teamwear was 7. Then your code, you had 20 out of 30. And then your demonstration, 10 out of 10. 10 out of 15. Because your buzzer should have been off when the bin is empty, but it was in on. So there was an error there. Then Achimota High School, we look at your component and your design. You had no resistors in place, so you expose your components. All right. And so out of 15, you had 8 points. Teamwork was 7. And your code, your conditions was not working. Okay, so you had 20 out of 30, and your demonstration was 8 out of 15 because it was your code had an error. Yamarasa Liberia, your design was incomplete. Okay, as we suggested to you that it should have been at the top, and then your distance. So we had it, but it was incomplete. Then the component that were used, you use the right component. We explained to you explain your circuit, which you did correctly. The teamwork we gave you 7, and then the code you used the wrong distance. So because your distance was wrong, that's why the buzzer could not even be triggered. So you work on that. And then your demonstration was 5. So while we put all this together, at the end, Accra Academy had 34 out of 70. Yamuransa Lab 3.1 had 47 out of 70. Achimota High School had 43 out of 70. And Yamuransa Lab Liberia had 39 out of 70. Thank you.
You're such a rush, my baby, slow down, come find your love. I'm hoping you see me, come serve it up. Loving when you stir it up. That body belong on TV. Oh, this feeling I can't hide. You're feeling up my mind, and I just don't know why. I just don't know why.
All right. So once again, at the end of round 4, we have Achimota with 43 points. Lab Liberia with 47. Sorry, Lab Liberia with 10 points. Yamrasa with 47 points, and then Accra Academy with 34 points. So at the end of the competition, we have Accra Academy with 53 points. Then Lab 3.1 with 78 points. Lab Liberia with 80 points. And Achimota with 86 points. Congratulations to Achimota, and well done to Lab Liberia, Lab 3.1, and Accra Academy. That brings us to the end of the SHS context. Thank you.
Welcome, Porter. The Yamarasa Lab 3.1 and the Yamarasa Lab Library. Let's have a nice group photo, all of you. Please step forward with the Quizmaster himself. Okay. So Quizmaster in the middle, and then the teams around him. Where's the photographer? Right? Should he come forward a little bit? Just come forward. Come forward a bit.
Lead me to my destiny. I've waited patiently. I have vision, oh I believe. I know I can count on me. So stand up for the champions, for the champions. Stand up, stand up, stand up for the champions, for the champions. Stand up for the champions, for the champions. Stand up, stand up, stand up for the champions, for the champions. Stand up.
All right.
Here we go, it's getting close. Now it's just who wants it most. It's just life, that's how it is. Cause we have our strengths and weaknesses. Oh, I have vision, oh, can't you see? I'm on the move, make way for me. So stand up for the champions, for the champions. Stand up, stand up, stand up.
All right, thank you so much. Let's clap for that.
Champions, for the champions.
Okay, so this is what's going to happen. We're going to have a brief presentation by Dr. Echahini. Then we'll go check out the exhibits outside for 15 minutes. Come back here for the second competition and then have a well-deserved lunch. Does that sound good? All righty. Thank you so much. Easy. Sorry. Okay. Okay. So up next is a talk on ethical considerations for AI in the classroom. And our presenter is none other than the head of Emerging Engineering Technologies Division at CSIR. Let's welcome Dr. Samuel Echahini.
Right. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm happy to see you here. Last year, we talked about artificial intelligence. We spoke about the importance of it. We spoke about why you need it. But today, we are going to talk about the ethical consideration of it. What are the importance of having artificial intelligence? What do you have to do in order not to end up in a biased state? Why is it that anytime intelligent model is or the solution is modeled for you, you have to check biases? We need to check all these. Why do we have to use different data sets? There are a whole lot of things we have to talk about today. So today's topic is going to be ethical considerations for AI in the classroom. My name is Samuel, and as I go on, if you have a question, you can ask me. Okay? I'm not going to make it very strict. In a classroom, you have to finish talking before the student is going to ask a question. No. If you have any question, I'll give you the chance to ask. Okay? All right. So, why AI in a classroom? Number one, we need to talk about what? Adaptability. Why is it important to adapt to AI? Now, most of you here have a different way of studying. Someone like me, I don't like reading. Okay? I'm not the type who can sit hours to read. So if you give me a storybook and you want me to read a storybook within 2 hours, 3 hours, trust me, I may not be able to even read the first page because I really hate reading. So someone like me, what would you do to help me? Are you going to say that I don't like reading, so I should just get out? Or, okay, give me the book. You are not going to read. Or, because I don't like reading, you are going to give me very low marks. What can you do to help me as a tutor? We can come here in what? By using artificial intelligence to mimic how the person studies and help him out. So someone like me, I don't like reading. What would you do to help me? You can convert whatever I have to read into audio. I love to listen. Got it? So here, this is one way of adapting. Another point also is somebody would like to read a lot, but the reading should be in a form of what? Imagery. Should have images, lot of graphs, and it's much understanding to such a person. There are also other people who would like to read passages. Give them much time. There shouldn't be lights in the room too bright, or there shouldn't be sound that too loud. All these must be checked. So you are able to adapt to what? A situation depending on your preference. And this can also really help you in your artificial intelligence. So when we are building the artificial intelligence models, we don't just build them generally that, hey, everybody must adapt to the same thing. No, we rather let the AI adapt to the student ways of studying. So it helps you in order to study very hard. It helps you in order to gain some sort of priorities. Then the next one is about the AI tools. Why do we need AI tools? Let me give an example. Grammarly is one of them. Maybe my grammar is good. I see myself to be somebody who can really speak very good English. But someone next to me does not see that, right? But how can I go to the person? How can this person come to me and tell me that, hey, your English is very bad? If you do that, what happens? You undermine me, right? The next day, I wouldn't want to study, or I wouldn't want to speak out. Or let's say I feel myself, I think I'm very, very good at English, and I can come and stand somewhere and speak very loud. Then you get up from the crowd. Oh, come on, your English is so bad. Once I get out of here, I won't be able to stand in front again. Or in the classroom, if your teachers should do that, would you be okay? No, we wouldn't be okay. So here, we need some AI tools. So I can come and tell you that, you know what? Why don't you try Grammarly? It will help you to correct some of your mistakes. Here, what happens? Grammarly will automatically start helping you, correcting your mistakes, and also get to adapt how you write. There's an example. There is another one called Quillbolt. Quillbolt. I don't know if most of you know this. This can help you to paraphrase. Now, let's say I've written a whole essay, and this essay sounds familiar to what I've read from somewhere else. It means somebody else has also written something similar, right? What is going to happen when we check? There's going to be something called plagiarism. It means that what I have written, you have also written the same. Now we are going to check who wrote it first. If I wrote it first, you have what? Plagiarized. But if you wrote it first, I have done what? I've plagiarized. Now here, Quillbolt can do what? Paraphrase, so that whatever we are reading, even though the meaning may be the same, but what? The sentences, the grammar, the words are going to be different. I'm not telling you to go and use them, okay? Go and copy and paste. No, don't do that, okay? You have to write on your own. Get everything done right. Then you put it in the AI tool to help you to adjust. This is one of them also. The third one is what? Data analysis. Now for students, for tutors, that's where you come in. How do you identify the good students in the class? How do you identify the students who need help? I will never say bad students because there are no bad students. Are there any bad students here? Let me see your hands. And nobody. Some of them are even going down. Right? Now, your tutors, how are they able to identify the good ones and the ones who need help? We use data analysis. We use that to identify how well you are what? You are studying. It's not only about the score. Oh, 100% every time. It might be that I'm copying from somewhere and I'm getting the 100%. So at the end of the day, the scores I got actually is not what? Me. I hope you understand. So here we will need what? To analyze your data, not only from your score, but your attendance, your expression in what? In class, how you comport yourself. All of them coming together, we get to know whether you deserve that score or not. So basically, we can say what? By analyzing students' data, AI can help identify potential learning difficulties. So we get to know that, okay, at this time, person A is not really good at what? Grammar. Or person B is not really good at math. Then we find the best way to help this student. I hope you are getting me right. So these are some of them we need to consider when we are talking about the considerations. Now, there are opportunities. There are good sides and there are bad sides of anything when we are building the AI models. Okay. Let's start from the good side, the opportunities, how great it is. Then we come to the biases and what the pitfalls. Okay. The first one is going to be what? The personalized learning. So I have 20 students in my class. And these students, everybody has a way of learning. How me, the tutor, I'm going to go to them one after the other and be helping them. It's going to be difficult. I'll not be able to what? Even grade. With the AI models, we can personalize each and every one of my students. So some of them like to learn maybe 3 hours and relax 5 minutes, then come back and learn again and relax. Others would like to learn 1 minute and relax 3 hours and come back to learn 1 minute. Right? Or maybe 20 minutes, relax for 1 hour, come back and learn again for 20 minutes, relax again. Ways of your studies, how you are studying is not the same with everyone. So we don't what? Penalize you. Okay, you like to learn from 5 o'clock to 6 in the morning. From 6 to 7, you are mostly tired. So, okay, I'm going to allow you to do that. From the AI model, I can get to know that. Got it. So we can personalize whatever you want to learn. Number 2, we can personalize your passion. Your passion. Maybe I really love coding. Arduino boards, you give it to me. Raspberry Pi, you give it to me. Python, you give it to me. I'll just be what? Pam, 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 pam. I'm done. And I'm playing around. Mathematics, maybe I'm really good at it. I'll be able to do it. But when it comes to maybe general knowledge, I'm very poor. Here, you don't have to penalize me because I'm very good at one side. Yes? The same way someone else will not be good at the coding, I should not be good at what? That. So here, what can we do? You can personalize my way of studying for me so that it will benefit me more than saying that we should do everything in general. This is another example. Then we'll come to automated grading. That is for the tutors. You are going to be very lucky once you have the grading model. It's much easier. You put in the grades or you put in the test scores or everything with the data sets and it's going to grade them very, very fast. Now here, the tutor, you will have much time to communicate with your students. This is another ethical consideration we can bring in here. But even though we are saying it's good, you'll be able to grade them and so on, note there are biases. Biases as in maybe 3 years ago, the students were very poor. at coding, very poor at mathematics, very poor at maybe what again? Raspberry Pi. They were very poor at that time. In 2025, they are one of the best. Okay? In 2025, they are one of the best. How does the biases come in here? Maybe the data you are using to program your AI model, you are using the old data. Got it? Even though we need a lot of data from the past, if you are using too much old data, what happens? There will be biases. Because 2025, we are really good. The students are good. But 2023, they were very poor in maths. But the AI doesn't care. AI says that, hey, you were bad in maths, so today you are bad. Tomorrow you'll be bad. Next week you'll be bad. Do you understand that? But then if we change, or if we give a diverse model set, data sets, now the AI model is going to know that, oh, this person keeps what? Changing. It means we need to keep upgrading our data set, or we need to keep modifying our data set. So this is another. When it comes in terms of what? The biases, these are examples of them. The next one can also be, I want to take your data, your information. So I talk about your age, your name, where you live, your hair color, your eye color, and everything. Okay? Then I use it to program this module. After 3 years, you said you are 18. So now you have long hair, your nails are longer, your lashes, you've increased the length, right? Some manicure, some makeup. Now you look flashy. When you stand in front of my model, the model is going to see you to be a different person. Hey, I don't know this person. Right? So here, what happened to the data I used? The data is now going to be biased towards what? The model we've built. Because the information I took about you is directly different from the information I'm seeing now. Now I'm seeing you to be a different person. I saw you to be a high school girl, quite, cute, but now I see you to be a university lady, with some sort of hairdo and flipping around and so on. I hope you get where I'm going. These are some of the reasons why biases, we need to eliminate them. As we go on, I will show you how to eliminate most of these biases. Okay, let's move on to the next one that talks about privacy concerns. Now, the information you are taking about me, where are you taking them to? Right? You are taking my name, my full name, my age, my house number, my height, my hair color. Where are you taking this information to? These are concerns that most of the tutors and the students, you always have a problem with. You always need to know exactly where your data is being taken to, what is going, we'll use them for, and how we save them. We'll talk about all of them as time goes on. So let's start from avoiding biases. I spoke about how biases can affect us, right? So the first thing, how can we stop it? Diverse training data. When we are building AI models, we have two main parts which are very important. One is training and the second one is testing. Training means that I'm going to give some sort of instructions to the model, and I'll tell the model that, okay, always follow these instructions. Number two, I'm going to give you a data set, and the data set is what you are going to use to predict whatever I want you to do in the future. Okay? Now, the data set is what I said: your name, your age, your height, where you live, your score, your school name, everything about you. But all of you here from different schools, I can sum everything up and it's going to be just one data set. Okay? Now, at this time, if I get this information and I'm going to use this same information for a couple of years, what happens? I'm going to get my model not learning. My model cannot learn, or my model cannot what? Predict effectively. So at this time, I will come in and give diverse data sets for training. So for the training, it's just going to be, let's say, I'm going to give information about Presec. After that, I'm going to give information about Achimota, Akraka. Afterwards, then I mix them. Then I make them a different data set altogether. After a while, I'm going to do the same. I'll make it a different data set. Then I will keep using in what? In training. Then we come to the testing part. The testing part is after you've trained the model. So I've trained the model and my model is working effectively because I gave a set of data. Now let's find out whether my model can actually work well or not. That's going to be what? My testing. My testing is I'm going to give a different data set which the model hasn't seen. So this time I'm going to give Yamransa lab 4 or lab 3 or lab Liberia information because my model hasn't seen that. Got it? And if it's able to predict, it means it has been able to what? Avoid biases. Do you get me right? Yes? Okay. So if it's not able to predict what I want it to do, then I'm going to say, oh, my model is not effective enough. At this time, it may be able to predict, but it's not going to predict effectively, but I will continue to use it. And that is where ethical considerations comes in. It means that at this time, I don't care much about the students. I just care about maybe the grading I want to do. I just care about how fast I want to finish or whatever. My model is not working well. There are biases, but I'm not caring much about it. But if I give diverse data set for training continuously, I'm going to have what? A very good model. The next one talks about what? Transparency. Transparency. There should be what? Transparency when we are building the model. You should know, you the student, you should know what AI model has my tutor given me. What is it going to do? What decisions is it going to what? To make. The same way the tutor, you should also know what kind of module are you giving to your students. So I gave an example, Quillbot. Okay, is Quillbot good enough for students of your level or not? Do you understand that? So as a tutor, I'm going to check if Quillbot is good for you. If it's not, no, I don't have to allow you to use it. As it stands now, you are all in high school, first year, second year, third year, right? So at this stage, I will not recommend Quillbot for you. Why? Because I want you to be able to write on your own. I want you to be able to produce things on your own. Quillbot will just paraphrase it for you, just give you some sort of clean grammatical errors which will be eliminated and stuff. But it will not help you in the future. Why? It's going to make you a bit lazy. Because it will start to write things for you. So you say, oh, come on, write this for me. And it's going to be done. Do you get it right? So here we have to know exactly what type of AI we are using, the decisions it's going to make. Why it's making those decisions. Okay? All right. Then the next one is what? We need to audit it every time. Regular auditing and monitoring. So like I said, this year I'm using a data set. The data set I'm using is about maybe my height. The height is maybe 177, but then next year it may go a little higher, right? The following year is going to go a little higher. So it means that the data must be changed often. So one, I'm going to check my solution. I'm going to audit my solution. I'm going to monitor the solution and see if it's working well. If it's not, I'm going to upgrade the data that I'm using. Okay? For your privacy, as I talked about, I'm collecting your data. How am I going to save it? Now, do you think that all AI must be connected to the internet? Yes or no? No. Why? That's a very good answer. Not all AI must be connected to the internet. Because once you connect it to the internet, now it becomes a global property. Do you understand? So when you are working on the internet, especially when you are working on ChatGPT, I will advise you, do not put much of your information. Somebody will go to ChatGPT and say that my name is, I live here, my age, my this, my school name, my address, everything about yourself. Then you tell ChatGPT to write something about you, or let's say your bibliography for you. No. What are you doing? You are exposing yourself. Do you understand? Because ChatGPT is globally accepted, it will be added to the pool. The database of information is learning. One day, your information is going to be given to someone else. Got it? So when we are building some of these models, for us to have the privacy of our students, for us to make sure that we keep their data safe, not all our AI models should be what? On the internet. So we can have our own data set. The data set is going to be in our database. The database is going to be hidden somewhere in on our campus. Got it? And it's going to be what? Used accordingly without connecting anything to the internet. So after 1 year, when we get to know that the data is outside, I know exactly who did that. Do you understand? I know who what took the data out. Why? Because we did not connect it to the internet. Number 2, data minimization. You don't have to collect everything. If somebody comes to you and asks you some questions that you think is irrelevant to what you are doing, that he's building an AI model for you, please say no. I'm not going to give that to you. Example, I want to open an account at a bank. And at the bank, you ask me of my name. It's okay. You ask me of my next of kin. It's okay. You ask me of my address. It's okay. You ask me of my phone number. It's okay, right? You ask me of how many wives I have. Is it okay? Why not? Maybe I have 25 wives. I want to. No, why? Okay, you ask me what food I eat every morning before I get out. Is that okay? No. Okay, so if you ask me of my digital address, is it okay? That one is okay, right? So my digital address is okay, but about my wife and my kids are not okay. Why? Because it's too personal. Very good. Now let's come to your schools. If I ask about your school, is it okay? If I ask about your class, is it okay? If I ask about your mom, dad's name, is it okay? If I ask about where you live, is it okay? You are saying yes, 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 but the answer can be no, 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 no. Do you know why? Who am I to you? I'm a stranger, but I'm asking about all this, and you are saying, yes, it's okay. I'll tell you. Got it? There are times that some information are not going to be allowed. So here, one, the person asking is very important. If it's your tutor, you know him very well. So when he or she comes, okay, what's your name? You give it. Where do you live? You give it. What's your mom's phone number? You give it, right? These are information that will really identify you. These are identifiers, so they are fine. But if I ask you some questions like, what are your allergies? It's good in some ways and it's not good in other ways. You got it? Because I'm asking about your allergies, I may use that to harm you or I may use that to save you. So it depends on who is what? Asking. At this point, if I get to know that, well, I've been in this school for about 3 years or 2 years, right? Or I've been in this school for 1 year, nothing has actually happened to me. Why do you not want to know about my allergy? I'm going to ask you, why do you want to know? If you are not able to give me a tangible reason why you want to know my allergies, no. You are my professor, but no, I won't tell you that. Do you understand where I'm going? Do not ask a lot of questions or a lot of data from students. Students also, you don't have to answer too many. These are ethical considerations. Then the next one is you should be aware. Like I said, you should be aware what the information is used for. Oh, we are using it to build an AI model which is going to help you to study very well. Oh, okay. Then you give the information. Do you understand? So here, tutors should also keep that into consideration. The next one is what? Promoting transparency. So we have talked about transparency being another form that can affect us, right? How can we promote it in a way that is going to help very well? Number one, the tutors should pass through education. No, not education, some sort of training, right? The tutors know everything about the AI model, how it works, how it makes the decisions, what everyone must know about. The tutors knows about it. Then they convey this to the students. The students now also get to know, start to ask questions, get to say, okay, this is a very good model I can use, and so on. Why do I keep talking about the students getting to know and stuff? There is a movie I'm sure most of you have watched. It's called like Stars on Earth. Have you watched it? Yes, most of you have watched it, right? Did you like it? Did you enjoy it? Why did you enjoy it? Because what? Wow, it's so because right? Now most of us enjoyed that movie because we thought that the little boy wasn't good academically, right? Because at that point, their parents never knew anything about the boy. There was no communication, no transparency between the parent and the boy. So he went to school. A tutor got to know that, oh wow, this guy is a genius. It's not like he doesn't know. He knows everything. Just that the way of scribbling was his problem. And at that time, there wasn't anybody there to help him. Do you get it right? Now, why am I bringing this under transparency? When you are close or transparent with someone, that is when the person is able to talk to you effectively or easily. Do you get it right? Imagine I come to sit here and I frown. And when you are passing, and you come and talk to me? Good. You won't. But then imagine I'm sitting there and smiling. And as you are passing, how are you? Is everything okay? What happens? I build some kind of rapport, right? And at the end of the day, you can start talking to me with time. I'm opening myself. There's something that we need to convey out here. The next one, the system should be designed to provide clear explanation. I've talked about this. And recommendations. Whatever you are programming this AI for, please note that the result is given, it gives explanation. We have ChatGPT 3.5, 4.0. We have Copilot. We have Nerd AI. All of them gives results, but their results are always different if you give the same question, right? So what will prompt you to choose either ChatGPT against let's say Copilot, or what will prompt you to choose Nerd AI over the others? It depends on the explanation to what the result you asked, or the question you asked and the result it gave. Your AI model shouldn't just be giving, let's say 1 + 1, 2, 2 + 2, 4, 8, and that is it. But it should be able to explain how it derived that result. Once it's able to derive that, it's a clean AI you can use. But if it's not able to derive that or give any explanation, no, leave it and move on to another, or adjust your parameters to give you this what result. Okay, so that's another. Now, we have talked about transparency, we have talked about biases, we have talked about recommendations, everything. The tutor and the student. Can we bring some sort of trust between them? What will let you trust your teacher? Tell me. What will let you trust your teacher? What? You don't trust them. Hey, really? You don't trust them? Zero. No? Then why do you trust them? They are what? They are what? They give you the right information. So first thing, what made you start trusting them was that any information you ask, they give you the correct ones, right? So that's a very good way. Yes. What again? What makes you trust your tutors? Is it only giving you right answers? Yes, please. They teach you the right things. Very good. They will go and do their research, make sure that their research and their results are right. Then they come to teach you the right things, right? And that is why you trust them. What again? Last one. Why do you trust your tutors? What makes you trust them? Someone from this side should talk. Come on. Everyone here is like, no, come on, no one here. There's no one. Come on, there's no one here. Really? Come on. Okay, can someone else help? Now, again, very good. Thank you very much. I love this one because they care. It's not only about giving you the answers, but they care about you. Do you understand that? They are not giving the answers. Okay, I will say that they are giving the answers because it's their what? Responsibility. But they care about you. It's not their responsibility to care about you, but they do. That's an extra mark out there. So now let's find out. When do you think a teacher is going to trust a student? Now I'm asking the students. When do you think your teachers will trust you? And when do you think they will distrust you? What would you do for them to trust you? What would you do for them to distrust you? Yes, please. When you obey them and listen to whatever they say, right? So if they give you any information and you obey, you do the right thing, what happens? They care about you. They start to trust you. What again? Who else? Come on, help me out here. Oh, yes. Please. Again? Thank you. Because you respect them, you tell them the truth. Now, do you know that there is a thin line between respect and telling the truth? Right? It may be that I can tell you the truth, but I don't respect you. It can also be that I respect you, but I don't tell you the truth. So which is which? Is it the two of them or one of them at one time? The two of them, right? Very good. You respect them and you always tell them the truth. Now, this way, they are going to trust you. Do you know that there are some times that you say some things, we know you are lying, but we don't say anything. You know that, right? We know what you're saying is not true, but okay, that's right. Okay, fine. Right? But you think, I've been able to draw him. He thinks he's big. But we already know, just that we are waiting for the right time to tell you that what you said, we knew you were lying. Do you understand? For your tutors to trust you, you need to be open enough to tell the truth. to respect them. And here, there's going to be coordination. Now, let's come to the AI field. How can we bring trust between the two of them? One, open communication. You should be open enough to communicate with each other. But that will start from the tutors. Because every student feels shy, afraid of a tutor. But once you open up, that is when you, the students, you also open up, right? So open communication. What do I mean by open communication? If an AI model is introduced and the student does not understand, where do you have to go? Your teacher. And your teachers are open enough to explain it to you. Oh, okay. This model does not do or give any math result. It rather gives maybe grammar. So focus more on the grammar at this point. You communicate. It's communication. It's not like, no, get out of here. That won't happen, right? So once there is open relationship and you are able to communicate, open communication, it makes the tutor and the student get to understand how to use this model very well. Okay? The next one is what? Empowering the educators. Tutors, it's not everything you should know. I'm telling you. Don't say that, oh, some of my students are going to think I don't know. So, no. You cannot know everything on this earth. You are not an encyclopedia, are you? No. You know your field, but not everything. Maybe you are the best at mathematics. You are the best at engineering. You are the best at grammar or whatever. But you are not good at maybe chemistry, right? Do I have to enforce myself that I'm still going to be the best at chemistry? Whilst I know my colleague may be the best at that point. That's how the AI works here. You may not know that AI model. Maybe you know a lot about AI models. Maybe you know ChatGPT. Maybe you know about Copilot. But you don't have knowledge about what? Nerd AI. It doesn't mean that because I know about ChatGPT, automatically I have to know about Nerd AI. So there should be some sort of training, capacity building. Then you get to know all of them and you'll be able to train your students. That is the second part. How we empower tutors. The third part is students' involvement. It's not every time that the tutor has to do the work for the student. Oh, okay. So come. Let me show you. So when you are typing, you type A, B, C, D, right? Okay. So let me type it for you. Then after that, E, F, G, H, right? Okay. Then add the functions. You do this. No. You involve them by telling them how to do it in pieces. So most of the students I have trained, they will always tell you, this man, he's very wicked. Why? Because he will never tell you what to do. I will give you an example, then I'll let you rather go and use that example to do the work you are doing. Like maths, yes. Right? I will never solve it for you. Why? I'm involving you. I want you to also be able to think. That is how teachers and students, you involve each other. So if your tutors are doing that, don't worry. They want the best for you. He's always telling you something else. No, they are very good. They are rather helping you more, right? So there should be students' involvement. You should be able to know about the AI model. You should be able to ask questions. You should be able to know how to use the model very well. If you have questions and you don't know how to use it, call for help. Don't feel shy. Okay? Right. That's another. So this is a way of fostering trust between the tutor and the students. We don't have much time, so I'll just glance through this. This is the framework of how to build a module. I've talked about most of them already, so I'll not waste much time on that. So in short, what are we talking about? For us to be able to use AI effectively, one, what do we need? I've told you all. One. What? Yes, please. Very good. We need AI tools, right? But if we want to use those tools effectively, what do we need? Adaptation. Very good. And what is adaptation? Number one, adaptation. What again do we need? What's adaptation? Okay, maybe yes, please. Being familiar with what? The module. Very good. So number one, adaptation. Number two, what else do we need? Again? Very good. Data analysis. Why do we have to do data analysis? Why? Why do we have to do data analysis? Number one, adaptation. You've explained it. Perfect. Number two, data analysis. Why do we need that? Why do we have to do that? Yes. Oh, this same person. Someone else should also try. Okay. Right. Again. To identify your potentials. Awesome. That is right. The second is to identify your potential. That's why we need to do data analysis. Thank you very much. Number three, what else do we need? Again? This group, no one is saying anything. I have to put off this light so that I can see your faces well. Someone should please help me here. What else do I need? AI? Yeah, someone said AI tools here. So I want something different. We have talked about AI tools. We have talked about data analysis. We've also talked about adaptation. What else do we need? There are about two more. AI tools, we have talked about it. What again? We've talked about adaptation. We have talked about data analysis. What again do we need? Come on, help me out. Help me out. The blue magic. Tell me something. Come on. Or that here. The next group here. Tell me something. Yes. Personalization. Very good. Personalized learning is also another. Personalized learning is another. And the last one. And the last one. Yes. Again. I heard something like grade. Very good. Automated grading. Yes, that's right. Automated grading is also another that can also help to what? Minimize the workload of your tutors. Anything again? Again? Biases. Eliminating biases. Wow, I'm so happy. I didn't talk in vain. You understand all. Eliminating biases is also another, which is what? Also very important in the ethical consideration. So here, in short, what are we talking about? You have to make sure that these are always in line with your model before you start to use it or before you send it out. Most importantly, that I was waiting for you to tell me is what? Privacy. Okay, privacy is the most important, or else once your data is out, whatever you've done, all that we have talked about are going to be null. Okay, all right, so that is it. Thank you very much. If you have any questions, this is the best time for you to ask. Thank you. So I'll just give 1 minute for any questions. If you have a question, you can ask. Yes. So your name and then you can ask. Thank you.
Hey. Please, my name is Abibio Princess, and I'm from Accra Girls Senior High School.
Right.
First, I want to share a story. So my friend was going home, and she was using her phone in like the public transport, and an elderly man started complaining about how we are not supposed to study phones in high school. So my question is, how are we supposed to integrate AI into our school system when, number one, the mindset is that technology has more negative effects?
Yeah.
And also our school infrastructure doesn't support it. And our school system is more about grammar and memorization instead of supporting research.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you.
It's a very, very good question. That's a very, very good one. Now, I'm also going to tell you a story. And my story will answer your question. When I was in high school, there was something called high five. Right? At that time, it was more or less the same as Facebook. Okay, it was high five. Those who have ever used high five, it means you are very old. You are a grandpa like me. Okay. Yeah, MySpace. Okay. Now, those times, there was nothing like AI. Okay. And anytime someone holds a phone or holds a computer, that is the first place he is going. He is going to what? Check his high five. He's going to check MySpace and waste much time. Okay. Now, someone like me at that state, that generation, maybe I don't even know anything about AI. My mentality tells me that you are still using those kind of apps and those kind of websites. And therefore, what do you think will happen? When I see you, what am I going to tell you? Stop using it, right? Without asking what you are using it for. So here, your friend should have explained, oh, this is part of our what? Curriculum. This is AI. The new generation is a model we need to use. Explain it a bit so that he will understand. Because if when he said stop using it and your friend said no, what happens? Everybody on the bus will think she doesn't respect. But actually what she said was right. Do you understand? So here, there are times you have to educate someone else for the person to know the effectiveness of using it. Then it brings some sort of you meeting at a point. I hope you get my point. Exactly. Is your question answered? Thank you very much. Any more questions, please? Any more? Okay, I think that's it. Thank you very much. Have a wonderful afternoon.
Many thanks, Dr. Etuahine. So this is an injury time question. Doc, somebody raises the hand after you've left. All right, so can we take this microphone? This is the last question. You are the one holding people from lunch.
Thank you very much for the opportunity. Actually, I have like 3 questions. Okay.
Put all of them together. Okay, put them together and just ask.
Okay, so I'll put everything
Right.
together. So you talked about we not sharing personal information to these online models. Okay. So, but you also mentioned we switching to different AI models should in case we do not get satisfied with this or with its response to our questions. But there's a feature in GPT that requires that the user sets a personalized profile so that in case the user wants or is in search of something, it gives personalized responses based on the user's adjustments to the search results. Okay. So my question is, what are we to do in the situation?
The question is really good. Why? I'm asking about you not giving your personal information. Now, when I was talking, I explained some AI modules should not be connected to the internet, right? The ones which are not to be connected to the internet, which is on your university campus or in school, you give that personal information to your teachers. Yes? Chat GPT, when you are registering, that information doesn't go to a prompt. There is something called prompt. Prompt means the language you speak with the AI model. When you are registering, that's not a prompt. Okay? So you can choose not to even give your personal information. An example, if you ask for your email address and you think that email address, you have something valuable there, create a new one. Do you understand? So I have about 6 email addresses, but I have very important only one, which is very, very important. The 5 of them, I use them in doing all this. Got it? If you ask me for my age, and I don't want to tell you my real age. In fact, I'm 103 years today. I told you I'm a grandfather, and you didn't ask of my age. So I'm 103. I can say I'm 102. Do you get that point? My name is Samuel, and you want to ask of my name. My name is Samuelina. So what am I doing? The information I'm giving are very close to my name, but it's not even what? My real information. That is what I mean. Don't give the right information to online AI modules. It may affect you later. Is your question answered? 11 with 2.
It's done. It's done. We're out of time.
Meet me out there
for lunch.
Okay? Then I'll tell you.
Thank you very much, Dr. Achuahini. We're going for lunch right now. We'll be back in an hour. Lunch is where you had lunch yesterday. For those of you who were here, for those of you who are not here, ask those who were here where lunch happened. It's right behind. And we'll be back in an hour for the second competition, and then the awards and the lightning talk. So yeah, enjoy your lunch. Take care. See you in an hour. Hello. So when lunch is done, please pass through the exhibition stands. I had a great time with some virtual reality boxing, which I really enjoyed. Look out for it. And the other stands at the exhibition stands, when we are done with lunch, pass through there before you come here. Thank you.
www.djshinsky.com. You're listening to the Nigerian Overdose Mix, mixed by the international DJ, DJ Shinsky.
Sugar cane sweet, but your love is sweeter. So below juice mixed with a little ginger. Oh girl, I wanna be with you, but you know they get enough time for me. I wanna live with you. I got the reason why I can't let go. Girl, you never know, so you conquer up. Man, them so far to find your love. Girl, you never know, so you conquer up. Man, them so far to find your love. Girl, you never know, you conquer up. Man, them so far to find your love. Girl, you never know, so you conquer up. Man, them so far to find your love. Man, join your chin, now I'm your door. Come in like a thief in the next door. Girl, you know, so you know, I'm gonna them ball. Nothing you go ever need at all. I join your chin, now taking it every day, baby, another day. Baby, if you want me, catch a rebel, mommy, say what do me. Show me the giggle and see. Let me see the woman that is with you. Put a couple $1,000 on your wrist. My mama got you. I ain't never see this kind, baby. You do some kind things, make me feel some kind way. You know I'm not just tryna get laid, cause I know some kind chicks do it for the right pay. Baby, make a fire you with my machine guns. 16 rounds, I be King Kong. Girl, make a sample you my brand new song. Love and love. Oh girl, I wanna be with you, but you know they get enough time for me. I wanna live with you. I can't see reason why I can't let go. Girl, you never know, so you come back up. Man, them so far to find your love. Girl, you never know, so you come back up. Man, them so far to find your love. Girl, you never know, you come back up. Man, them so far to find your love. Girl, you never know, so you come back up. Man, them so far to find your love. Senorita, mamacita, body bad and the craze for your features. Nice to meet you, Dimi Sika. Only wanna deceive on my future. Oh, I wanna teach your body a thing or two. If you know the things we do, this love will not be just no April Fool. Yeah, girl, so mama, you me second 5-star boomba, nyata kaba kaba miakatamina.
Project management and several programs that I think that every professional can take advantage of. My name is Daniel. Norte. And I have my daughter, Rebecca Juamensa, enrolled in the ALS Pathway Program.
At Academic City, we are not just students. We are problem solvers, innovate and create groundbreaking technologies, ready to tackle real-world challenges head-on. In a world driven by technology, we shape the digital commerce. We evolve into leaders who not only speak, but stand for what's right, forging narratives and stirring the conscience of the world. Embark on a journey with us, where innovation meets education. Academic City, educating future-ready leaders.
My name is Princess Ishra Ada, and I love to do math calculations than to read. I'm learning to grow more, I'm learning to reason more differently than I used to. I'm actually learning more than I actually thought I would learn. My favorite course in the Pathway program is the college algebra because I really like math calculations and I like to solve. I have the Charity, Osman, Eugene, Raymond, and Amos. Almost all of them have made positive impact in me. My dream university is Macalester College because I found out they offered some biomedical science courses and I really wanted to venture into that. I don't want to be selfish because I'm actually learning a lot and I don't want all that for myself. And it's actually telling me what the future is going to look like. So I wouldn't want my friends to be in the dark. So like I'll just introduce them to it so that they also know what is going on around them. Yeah.
This one is for all the children. The Asanka device comes in a nicely packaged box with the Asanka and ensure that the cable is connected to the Asanka device in the right port. To ensure that the device is working, always check to see the green blinking lights beneath the device. Alternatively, you can connect the device to any power bank of your choice and that should be enough to power on the Asanka device. Also, you can connect the Asanka device to any laptop USB port or computer USB port and the power should be on. Once the device is powered on, go to the Wi-Fi section of your laptop or mobile phone and select the Asanka network. When connected, go to